3, 2, 1. Pickles. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube. Yeah. All right. If you guys are new to the channel, drop that sub and like, hit that notification bell for the most up-to-date and recent Rust Council Edition news. Today we're going to talk. Well, actually, before we talk about it, if you guys have been following or subbing for a long time, I appreciate that support. Obviously, you know, if you want to become part of the Boyfriend Squad community, come on by during the streams or the videos. Drop a comment down below. Let yourself be known. Anyways, we're going to talk about some exclusive news today. We're going to talk about update 1.72, and that didn't come with any patch notes, and the node skin patch. Okay, obviously, if you've known about the node fix that came with patch 1.71, you're not new to it, and you can move on from there. No, I'm just kidding. And horses are soon for the Rust Council Edition on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, and all the OG consoles out there. Then we're going to give a little shout out to the Steam version of Rust, Face Punch. Pretty legit. I like this Abyss update that just dropped today. Pretty awesome. The tugboat that was just a prefab that just sat in the middle of the water forever and had no type of use at all is now a boat base. So awesome. We'll talk about another thing after we get to the Rust Council news. All right, so first, update 1.72. If you guys weren't familiar with this skin set, let me go drag it over. Boop, the Necronomic skin set. Basically, it makes the AK, the bow, and the pumpy, and the other weapons inside this skin set look completely different from its original model within the game. What the update 1.72 did is fix a glitch that was going on with those skins that was just jacking it all up. And I mean, rightfully so. That skin set is pretty expensive. It's like a legendary skin set, and it costs a good $20 holler. I think for definitely the cost, they fixed it promptly. So shout out to Double 11 for that. I appreciate you guys fixing that for us on the console side. Okay, so that leads me to our next topic. So 1.72 is the skin fix patch, and we're going to talk about the node fix. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the optimization of the terrain in Rust Council Edition to make it look like its predecessor, the Steam version of Rust, guess what? Well, the nodes are back, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Finally, we get to have a wipe where we can have resources. Now, you will find them definitely by cliff sides, but there'll be a lot more of them. It seemed like the loot table was jacked up for them, so it is fixed now. If you guys haven't watched any of the prior content, this terrain optimization came just a little while ago, and let me tell you, it does look sweet on the console side. Needless to say, we are a week into July now, and horses are going to be soon. So their last dev blog, they did say that halfway through July, horses are going to visit the public testing branch on the Rust Council Edition side. If you don't have the PTB, you can always go download it and make sure you get your hands on the horses. It'll be the first mode of transportation inside the Rust Council Edition on land, which is great. I mean, compared to, you know, not having a mini or a car, I will take horses all day until they figure that crap out. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple other things. One, this Abyss update that's dropping on the Steam version of Rust and the future of Rust Council Edition in general, okay? So first things first, we have the tugboat, right? You come up to the right here, the old driver's seat, and you are now the captain of your own tugboat. Now, why does the future of Rust Council Edition definitely, how is it affected by this change, this Abyss update? Well, I can tell you this much. Having the tugboat as another mode of transportation inside of Rust Council Edition, I mean, granted how slow this bad boy moves, I don't think it'd take that much to put it in the game, you know what I mean? I mean, look at this thing. This is like the paddy wagon. But anyways, what this means is, so the Abyss update just dropped today, and what it is you get the tugboat and you get another new monument, which is called the ferry terminal. How is that going to affect Rust console in the future? I've said that a bunch of times, and now you want to know because you're like, quit repeating yourself. Well, the ferry terminal on top of this beautiful tugboat in this update, the ferry terminal is going to act like a place where you can go and server hop from the server you're on to another. Kind of like how a game I don't like anymore because I'm really mad at them, but the Ark developers, how they used to have the obelisks, well, in Rust, we're going to have the ferry terminal. So you'll be able to load up in a car, you'll be able to basically load up in a boat, whatever, and take the ferry to another server, go raid that server, and come back. Now, so does that mean we're going to have mega tribes, though, or Zerg clans running server to server now within Rust and in Rust Console Edition in the future? Possibly. We might run into that issue where you're going to have these big giant tribes or clans, whatever you want to call it, hop on the ferry boat, pay a visit to your server, wipe the server, and DIP. Now, Rust is a little bit more unforgiving than Ark ever was, so I cannot compare the two games because this game is definitely not for the weak-hearted. So I think it's a great update. I would like to see how they implement this with the server hopping in the future, especially on the console side. But I do think that this little tugboat man could definitely visit Rust Console Edition sooner rather than later. Now, obviously, they have other things on the docket like minis and cars and stuff, and to work on before they even get to this point. But I mean, this would be a good little tandem jump before we get cars or minis. I'm just saying, because check this out, man. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, drop that sub and like, hit that notification bell, okay, for content like this. But look at, you can have repair bench, your workbench, you can have fridge, furnaces. Dude, you can even have a camera station on here and travel monument to monument off of the coast. You can have storage, lockers, tons of stuff. Pictures, look at this. Here's the ferry terminal, which is pretty cool. I'll fly over there to end the video on that note, but I just wanted to kind of put that in your guys' minds before, we start to see server hopping on Rust, on the Steam version of Rust, I should say. But let's go over the ferry terminal. We'll talk about one more thing, and I think it's this way. Yep, I'm going to fly over there because I got superpowers. But I think it's a pretty unique update, especially this Abyss update coming out for the Steam version of Rust. I mean, you can't go wrong with it, especially if you're able to raid on another server and then come back to your home base server and just start shrekking things. I think it's a really, really unique idea. It's been done before poorly by other companies, but I would like to see how Facepunch handles the server hopping moving forward. Anyways, they haven't implemented it yet, but it's going to be cool when I get to actually play a wipe on the PC and see it. So here it is. This is the ferry terminal. Now, loot does spawn here. It's kind of like a mini launch site, to be honest. You got it. You go in here. It's like an office building, and it's just mayhem. You could go ahead and loot, get some boxes around here, hide in here, be a troll, a little rat, a Chad, whatever you want to be, you can do that here. Anyways, enough about the ferry terminal. We're going to be talking about more Rust Console stuff. So there's one thing that I have not heard about yet, because there's one part of the Rust Console edition that seems to struggle for me, and that's with building. In the sense of design and mechanics. There's a lot of bunkers that don't currently work on the Rust Console Edition. There's a lot of different types of base designs that we can't do on Rust Console Edition right now. Have we heard about building 2.0 or whatever version of building they're on? Because I will tell you this much. One of the main lores of the game is definitely based off of building. So what do you guys think about the current building situation inside of Rust Console Edition right now? What would you do about it, and what bases stand out the most to you, like when you go to build one, right? solos, duos, trio basses, Zerg basses. What do you guys use the most, or what do you guys try the most that doesn't work and that does work? Okay? Drop that in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about all this content that I'm just showing you. Man, this ferry terminal is huge. This is going to be a nightmare to go and, like, try to dip out on a boat and try to leave a server. But I think it's a great idea. I'm super excited for the future of Rust and where it goes with this. Anyways, all right, well, get the heck out of here. That's it from me. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Get out of my video.